nice weather here. Last couple of days. Let's get this out of the way. So, most man, please like, subscribe, ring the bell, comment. We're on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, iHeartMedia, themostmen.com, info@themostmen.com is the email. Most Men is about building better men. Coming soon. Get your man kit. We are developing the man kits now. Ready and available for you here pretty soon. Okay? So, get your man card, get your balls back, 12-step recovery program on how to maintain, retain, and join the men's club. So, once you buy your man kit, you're in the men's club. We do all sorts of cool shit. So, let's do it, baby.
Hey, possibly by the time this gets on the air, you may already have those two ships might pass in the night because you keep saying it's coming. It's coming as of right now, but by the time this airs.
Yeah, so I can just touch on that real quick. So I want to get into what you hit a boing, you hit a curb, you hit a chord today when I talked to you. But I'm in the process. I went through a huge, like all of you out there that are in it, about to go in it, don't want to get in it, but go through getting just the freaking pile driver from hell between for the boys downstairs. Man, I had one, and it was a big one, a $12 million one. And I just got out of bankruptcy law, all of what has to happen. But thank God I've got money in my trust, and I've got a lot of money in my house. So I'm about to sell that, and then I'm going to sell my house to the coast too. So it's all coming. It's all coming at once. So back to the 7-figure bracket. I'm ready. I'm ready. Ready to be comfortable again. But I will say that this was probably one of the biggest, and we'll get into that. We'll get into that on the next one. That's what I want to talk about. But yeah, today, Tim, boing, hit the chord. What is it?
Well,
know when to hold them and know when to fold them. That's our tagline right there.
Yeah, well, today, Mark and I were trying to, are we doing this today or not doing it today? And the weather was rainy, it was this, and, our schedules, and normally I try to get over here before rush hour, wads everything up. But, hey, I'm golfing tomorrow's Thursday and Friday and 2-day tournament, and it's, 50, 70 miles from here. So it's like this was our only chance. And I kind of knew better that I'd be poking the bear by forcing this in, but, I made a commitment to Mark, and, it's fun too and such, and, I can drink a few beers, and, it ain't going to matter. I'm not working tomorrow. And next thing you know, I'm on the freeway, and I get into stupid not HOV lane, but the toll managed lanes because it's been raining, and it's, it was 4 o'clock, and I just knew better, but I could have told Mark, look, this is just a stupid move, but, I wanted to do it, want to help him, I want to have fun. There was pros and cons on both sides, and I knew the traffic was going to suck. I had no idea it was going to suck because sitting there going slow, bumper to bumper is one thing, but when there's a wreck and the party's just over and you're not going anywhere, but
I got to step away for a minute. I've got to take.
Yeah, but the point is, it was like I could have just told Mark I'm not coming, and I kind of knew better that I was gonna, it was gonna suck. But by the time they got done sucking, I'm ranting on the phone to him and screaming about Chevy drivers. It's always a Chevy in a wreck, and I've noticed this trend. And nothing worse than having you look in the rear view and the guy's coming 10 times faster than anybody else, and he's got, all you see is the Chevy logo on the front of his truck, and he's got the Dale Earnhardt glasses on, and then the Dale Earnhardt look, the Chevy. You know, I mean, obviously NASCAR's won a lot of championships. You had Dale Earnhardt Sr. won them. Then Jeff Gordon won tons of them. Jimmy Johnson. But all these Chevy owners and drivers, not all of them, but they're like, I can drive, since I drive a Chevy, I can drive like I'm in NASCAR, which doesn't really necessarily always go hand in hand. But then the Chevy guy passes you, and he's got the little Chevy guy pissing on the Ford emblem down there because, you know, Chevy's better than Ford, and he's got a God-given right to drive 800 miles an hour. But the thing about Chevy drivers, they don't have any respect for other Chevy drivers either, you know. Like a Ford guy will see another Ford, might let him in, or a Dodge or something. Nah, Chevy. And I think they all understand this, you know, each of them, you know. No, it's me. I own the road. You know, I think about paying my taxes sometimes, so I can do whatever I want. And if I run other Chevy drivers off the road, so be it. But nothing pisses me off more than when you finally get up to the wreck after you go, I know it was a guy in a Chevy, and you get up there and it was a guy in a Chevy. And it just, you know, or you see the car carrying thing with the 8 wrecked cars on it, and 6 of them are Chevys, 1 Ford and 1 Dodge. It's like, why are there 6 wrecked Chevys on this truck? Because they drive like they own the road, and that's just the way it's going to be. But back to the hold 'em or fold 'em thing, and it was like, man, I know that I'm going to pay a price for getting on this freeway, but I'm going to do it anyway. And because I had some responsibility and loyalty.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good. Responsibility and loyalty, and you know, and I'm glad I'm here. And here was the thing too: when you're on that stupid lane, you can't get off anywhere. So even if I said, you know what, Mark, I'm halfway here, I'm pulling the plug. And halfway here, I mean, it's, what is it, 50 miles? I mean, it's every bit of 50 miles from my house to here.
It's an hour for sure.
Yeah, that's if traffic's going good. So even if I wanted to turn around and just say, to hell with this, I'm going home, I'd had to rotten, stupid traffic all the way back. So it was like, well, I'll just take the double out of traffic. And then when we're done here, it'll be, you know, 8, 9, 10 o'clock, whatever. At least that, 8, 9, 10. Then I can drive home at 75 miles an hour, and it'll go just fine, unless a guy in a Chevy wads the freeway up, because they'll turn that thing sideways.
I need to hear what happened. Was it a Chevy?
Honestly, it was gone by the time I got up there, but I saw a Chevy bumper. I can't identify it officially as being a Chevy bumper, but it always is. So, you know, if you bet it's a Chevy, 100% of the time you'll come out, you know. It's how Vegas beats you, you know. They play the odds. But it's just Chevy drivers are just so aggressive because they've won a lot of NASCAR championships, so they just think it's in the, you know, it's in the DNA of the vehicle or something. I mean, I don't fly a jet like Chuck Yeager, you know. You just got to know what you can do. You got to understand the hand you're dealt. You know, I like playing golf. You think I go play $100 a hole with a guy that I know can whip my ass?
Yeah.
No. You know, no. Are you going to sit down and play poker at Vegas with the high roller table?
I'm stupid enough to do it.
Well, yeah.
But I've won a lot before.
Against the Sharks. You can beat the Sharks?
No, blackjack. I play blackjack. I don't play against
Well, that's
sharks.
what I'm saying, you know.
Yeah, no, I don't play against people. That was my attorney, and we're closing on a deal, and I had to get him a little bit of information.
No,
so
I could keep it rolling.
Yeah. No, but I'll jump back on it. But yes, as soon as you said that, I was like, that's a fucking topic today. Know when to hold them and know when to fold them, and it's not being cheesy on the. That is one of the best songs ever written, because everything about that song is so fucking true. But
yeah, you'd be a fool not to, you know, go by that advice.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're sitting there chasing money and, you know, you got $1,000 in your pocket and you're down 700 right off the bat, you might want to tap the brakes a little bit.
But that's what I'm talking, and we're going to talk about this on the next podcast, but my company that I just lost, I should have folded them. I'm telling you, when I started that thing, it started all wrong. every bit of my gut was saying, this ain't good. This is not good. But I was already so deep that I couldn't pull out. I used to be in the concrete business. I had a concrete plant. And these endeavors are expensive.
Well, you couldn't pull out with the information you had at the time. But now if you had this information back then, you'd have pulled out the frickin' heartbeat and not thought twice about it.
And had plenty of money in the bank.
Because you got new information. Updated information.
Well, but the thing was that, and this is the mistake that I made, okay? I want everybody to listen to this. And there's a lot of your people that can understand this. Because we're all business owners. All of us in our little circle that we tootle with, we're all business owners or very, 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 had a lot of life experience. A lot.
And that didn't really punch a clock, whether outside salesman or something, to where you kind of ran your own scene.
Yeah. You had your shit under control. Everybody's got their.
You may have had somebody to answer to, but as long as you were producing, it wasn't like, well, I want to report at 8 in the every morning. No, it's kick ass and take names, and we'll leave you alone.
Yeah, tell me when you want to get paid. What day is payday? What day do you want your commission?
Yeah.
So, when you said that today, I was like, man, because that was it. I'm telling you, I had so many triggers and so many times that I was just like, it's not meant to be. It's not meant to be, and this one's going to fucking hurt. This one's going to fucking hurt. But I didn't think. But then I saved it. Okay. These endeavors are put in a concrete. I mean, it's just chalk it into the $5 to $7 million start. That's what you gotta. That's the numbers and the nuts you're dealing with.
Everything's big. Everything's heavy. Everything's expensive.
The trucks are fucking $300,000 a piece.
Then you got the EPA, you got the government involved in the.
Oh God, everybody!
All that regulations.
Yeah, the kids are going to die of cancer, and the cows are going to go blind, from the cement dust and all that bullshit.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that you got to make happy.
Dude, I'll tell you, most man moment, dude. I had to rent the fucking high school gymnasium out to have, because the public was contesting me. They all, it's where they get to come in and where they get to voice their opinion, like a parent teacher PTA meeting or something. You just got all the angry, or you got people that make sense, or people that just want to know, but you have to pay for the venue. You have to pay for the drinks, not alcohol. God bless if there was alcohol involved in that one. We would have been a mass shooting. Okay, so, but you have to have, like little appetizers and all this shit to where they walk in, because you kind of want to be welcoming, but at the same time, it's like, that's fucking Kool-Aid you're drinking right there, and it's my Kool-Aid. Okay, but that's where they get a chance to come in and just. I spent all this money. Cost me like $10,000. Okay. And they come in, and it's just do your research. Don't put people through this. I mean, or know that people will put you through this just on not understanding what the hell's going on. I pay all this money. We come in. I get up there, start speaking, giving my spiel, and the I had to go get all these, like what is that, an easel where you where I'm flipping through, showing pictures of the plans and all that kind of stuff. And all of a sudden it goes from that's all you're doing? Yeah. Oh, we thought you were putting in a cement plant where, you started your kilns with used tires and all this shit. And I'm like, no, this is a concrete plant.
Yeah, you just assumed they knew the difference of cement and concrete.
But I had to pay for all, and I'm talking, it pissed me off so bad because I paid all this money. And I wanted to prove my point to them because they were driving by, fuck you. I mean, just, people just the way they are. They're like, we don't want you here. You're not welcome. Go back to Dallas. Or excuse me, Fort Worth. I live in Fort Worth.
Well, they tell you to go back to Dallas. Like
Yeah.
Because if you live in Fort Worth, that's the underhanded
Go back to
chop.
Dallas. Where
Life's too short to live in Dallas. Railhead Barbecue.
Yeah, I had Railhead today. I took it for my attorney.
Says it on the cup.
Yeah,
Dallas
on their
is
shirts.
too short to live in Dallas. Life's too short to live in Dallas.
The one in Alito right now said the ones that, because remember that one they had in South Lake that didn't make it? Did you remember that?
No.
It was off 121 right by that big La Hacienda Ranch.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
I drove by it a million times. That's why I never made it. I never ate there.
Yeah.
I go up that road every freaking day.
Yeah, so they started one there. So that's where this Alito one got all their stuff. They bought all the stuff from the South Lake location. And they have shirts that say life is too short to live in South Lake.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a bunch of barbecue joints. Grapevine right there. It's got a million restaurants. I don't know why everybody opens a restaurant there. There's a million of them, and I'm sick of all of them.
My dumbass did it right before COVID. Not good. Another kick to the dick. Yeah. Fuck. But I'm on a roll now. So, knowing when to hold them and knowing when to fold them is a... God, man.
Sometimes it's an art, and sometimes it's a no-brainer. And if it's a no-brainer and you don't do it, then you got nobody to cry to but yourself.
Well, and if you hang around shit, you smell like shit. Okay? So, when you do, and I'm not preaching, but I'm just saying, younger guys out there, future, potentially most men, but we don't want you to be a most man. We're going to save you from that. Okay? So, planning. Gotta have a plan, man. Like a business plan. In business, it doesn't matter anything. Think it through, and just pump the brakes and say, okay, what's the worst thing that could happen here? Right? Not on like little shit like what you're doing, but you just brought up a huge point that I was like, that's the show today.
That's what we'll talk about on the fly,
Yeah.
Just stumbled on this an hour ago.
Yeah. And it's
crucial. It's a fork in the road. And sometimes you get on the wrong road. Oh my God, you get down the road a ways, and sometimes you can cut over and get back to where you want to go. Sometimes you got to go all the way back the way you just came down, and then go all the way back down the other way. And there ain't no shortcut. You just got to take it in the teeth.
Well, I will say that you get stuck in that traffic jam helped me out today. Because I can't remember. I shouldn't. Know when to hold him and know when I should probably shut the fuck up before I say this. Okay. But I'm not going to say what I was about to say. I'll tell you off.
All right.
I was about to say I don't think I've ever lost my keys, and I just thought about that new truck that I bought. I've only got one fucking key, so I'm going to get another key made tomorrow. But number one, two, this was the first time I lost my phone. I left my phone at my attorney's house. Or not at his house, at his office, in his conference room.
Yeah.
Because over there dipping into his candy bowl.
You got distracted by the glittery,
the sugar, a white fucking crack.
All
sugar.
that shines is not gold.
Yeah.
But see, and get the key made tomorrow, because here's another boast man moment. You come up with a plan, but if you don't follow through with the plan ain't worth the shit. So get the key made, because think of how bad you really got to kick yourself in the ass when you do lose the key and you say, I even said I was going to get another key, and you didn't. So follow through on the plan once you make the plan. Or what's the point of having the plan?
That's right. So, but man, did it feel so weird, dude. I was like, did I put it on my toolbox? I mean, I was like, is it sitting on the fucking highway somewhere? Or, I mean, like, I got all sorts of anxiety built up. I got there and I'm sitting right there.
I'm a creature of habit, so I don't really lose shit, which, of course, now I'm going to jinx myself. We got done playing golf one day, and I had my little boom box out there. We were drinking a couple beers after in the parking lot, and I was actually going to head to East Texas from there. And so I had my boom box going, and it was in the middle of some killer song. So I threw the boom box in the front seat with me, which, of course, my Bluetooth in the truck is way better than this little boom box. So I'm driving out. All of a sudden, the music starts skitzing out a little bit, and I'm like, well, that's weird. And then it got worse and worse. I left my damn phone on the back of my truck, and it was laying in the street. You know, it was laying in the street.
Really?
But if I wasn't listening to the phone, doing the Bluetooth thing at the time,
you wouldn't have known.
I wouldn't have known. I'd have got all the way to, well, until I went to use my phone the first time, which probably would have been pretty quick because I would have put on some music. But you never know. I could have got, hooked on the radio there or something, or pulled in to get something to eat. Who knows when. But I would have had hell recreating when's the last time I had the phone. And it was laying in the middle of the road, and, by the time I found it, it'd probably been crushed. So,
yeah.
Yeah, that was lucky.
I'll tell you a quick little story, and then we'll keep moving on. I was putting my license plates on the other day, and so this is all meant to be a joke. This is not my truck. This is not what I plan on driving. This is not. But I saw a perfect opportunity when I saw this truck. It's a little 1997 Ford Ranger, okay? As soon as I saw, I said, man, that is my son's key to freedom right there. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
that's his key to freedom. I could tint the windows. He's tall as me now anyway. But let him get to his next birthday, and then he's only got a year after that to drive, right? Yeah. And I can get him his hardship, But I was like, man, this is his ticket to freedom.
Thing gets probably 35 miles to the gallon or something.
Dude, I'm not kidding you. That truck is a badass truck. It runs like.
And it's a stick, and he's a gearhead anyway. So, most kids, I don't want a stick. Hell, he'd love the shit out of a stick.
Yeah, but I'm not. I'm just saying that I got it. And that's all I've been driving. 1997 Chevy, no cassette deck, no CD player, no USB port, 12 volts, baby, cigarette lighter. It's fucking Texas.
Yeah.
Okay, but I was putting a license plate on the other day, and I noticed the first three letters was SSM, and I was like, "This is the SS Mahoney." That's because I told him, I was like, "Dude, this truck's got to have a name. We got to have a name for this thing. This thing is."
Yeah. We used to name
all I need is a pair of dice on the mirror, and we'll complete it.
Yeah, we one of the worst.
It's got an 8-ball shifter. Have you seen it?
I glanced in it. That's how I knew it had a stick.
It's got an 8-ball on there for its shifter.
We call this one vehicle Lazarus because it kept coming back from the dead. But yeah, you got to name vehicles, man. And a lot of times your vehicle will kind of name itself.
Oh yeah,
like there, SS Mahoney, SSM. So you ain't got to get too creative. Just let it come to you.
Yeah, no, I was like, because my son was like, dude, what's the name gonna be? We gotta have a name. I was like, it'll come. He has no fucking clue what the SS Minnow means.
Yeah,
but you know what I mean. I was like, do you even know what Gilligan's Island is? Oh, because I let him and his buddy.
The Ginger Marianne question. You gotta introduce him to that. I mean, that's a rite of passage there.
Yeah, but no, I let him drive it the other day to where we're going to live. And yeah, he's all over it, man. That's what I was telling his buddy too. His buddy's cool as shit, real good kid. And I was like, look, here's the only rule. I'm giving you the key to y'all's freedom right now. No other dad is going to do this. Okay? But here's the thing. My son is very, very, very responsible. I honestly, Tim, and my name's Mark, by the way. I know I quit forgetting to put my name in there. I don't, except for when he was a kid, when he just wasn't getting what he wanted right then. I've never spanked this kid. I've never had to I've pulled him aside and be like, hey man, like one night I got drunk and we were coming back from the lake and I just thought I was in third gear in my four-wheeler and I plowed the front fence and bent my gate opener. So I'd put in a gate, but I was like, dude, he's like, well, just tell mom that. I was like, no, we can't lie, man. You know, this is what I'm trying to get. We don't lie, man. It's easier to just tell the damn truth. It was my fault. It wasn't yours.
So he was going to take the hit for it?
Yeah.
To keep you out of the doghouse?
Yeah.
Well, after your wife ripped 7 handles off of refrigerators and bent sink knobs.
That's the only thing I've fucked up, okay, at my house. Yeah. Okay, so I trust him, but but here most man. So I told him, I said, look, dude, I'm about to give you the key to freedom. You know, no other dad is going to do this. Or it's because their wife said, you can't do that. If you get an accident, you're never going to live with yourself. You know. Most men
he's driving dirt bikes like a maniac. I mean, he's
fucking
going
80
worse.
Yeah, he's going 80. No, there was one day I was driving home from fucking work, dude, and he's on his little, they call them pit bikes. He was on his little Honda 50. We put street tires on it because it was just blowing through the tires. And I see him on the fucking main road out here. I'm like, is that my fucking son? You know, the shoulder's that fucking wide, and he's just going where he's wanting to go. You know? And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, man? It's like, well, I can't go through the pass like I used to. There's an easement in between two houses over there that give them access to that other neighborhood.
Yeah, that guy shut it down because too many kids were going through there.
Oh, God. Yeah, but that's what I told him. I said, just do you. Don't let and thank God he did, because, I mean, fuck, they used to come over here all the time, and you come home and fucking Coke cans, food wrappers everywhere, and it's like, where the yeah, hell yeah, they were coming over here. So, yeah, I was glad when they shut that shit down. Like, look, I'll feed you and a couple of your buddies, but I ain't feeding them all. You know, and they show up in packs of 10. They don't show up in packs of 2.
Yeah, and if they're thinking, well, where should we go? Well, we could go over here, or we could go over.
Well, my mom doesn't allow us to have Cokes.
Well, let's go over there.
Yeah, your dad.
Yeah, they got comfortable.
Oh, that's when I know they're up to something. We're gonna camp out tonight. That means you're getting into my fucking beer, is what's happening. And they have. Oh no, I was like, whoa, hold up. There was a lot more of those. You know.
Ain't like they can go buy them and replace them or anything.
Hell no, man. So, but no, that's the whole reason I got it. But it's classic, man, dude. I've been fucking cranking up 80s music, just fucking jamming down the highway. You know, barely making it up a fucking hill. Got to put it in fourth to get up the fucking hill. And I'm like, man, I remember the struggle. This is the struggle. But no, it's a good truck, man. It's been fun. But anyway, we'll get off that. Get back to knowing to hold them and knowing to fold them.
Well, here's another thing. Back to the hold them and fold them thing with the plan and whatnot. But you also, you got to listen to what people are saying and don't get suckered into crap, because they'll say something, or they'll word things to where they say one thing, but they mean something else. I saw a Subaru commercial, and they're like, you know, they're all, you know, environmentally, whatever, conscious, just Subaru, their whole shtick is, you know, we're woke. I was trying to come up with another way of saying it without saying it, but we're better than you because we give a shit about the environment and about homeless people and about hunger, and it said we've given away 3 million meals, 3.2 million meals since this program started. And if you look down in the fine print, and it's not there very long either, it says the meals are based on 10 cents a meal. So if you're thinking, well, a meal's $3, well, that's like $10 million. Like, no, a meal's 10 cents, so it's $300,000. So they're this whole big frickin' commercial ad campaign about how they're so environmentally and socially conscious, and they fed all of these people 3.2 million meals, the equivalent at 10 cents a pop.
They fed them fucking rice.
They didn't say $3.2 million. They said we've given out 3.2 million meals, and then it says based on 10 cents a meal. Where the hell do you get a 10-cent meal? You get 2 spoonfuls of rice or something?
It's about all you're going to fucking get.
So just be careful about, and Comerica Bank. I heard this one today rotting in traffic. Open up a bank account, and we'll give up to $500 to the up to $500, which means they're going to give 40 cents.
Yeah.
They're going to give 40 cents. Now, maybe if you're some corporate, if Bank of America opens a bank account at Comerica and puts $6 billion in it, they'll cough the $500. If you open a bank account with $50 million out of the chute or something, they'll donate $500.
Yeah.
But if you just go down there and open a bank account and put $50 in it,
the minimum.
You think they're going to give $500 to something?
Hell no.
Up to $500. And then commercials, don't fall for this crap. You can save 30%, up to 30%, or more. Well, if it's up to, how the hell can it be more? So listen what's being said. Don't, because your brain's busy, everybody's busy, we're all doing shit. So it's real easy to just think you heard something and gloss right over it. Pretend you're actually having to sign something because, it's going to cost you money if you screw this up. But on a commercial, nobody's listening. They know nobody's listening.
Well, speaking of
so
that,
they fire a fastball right by you, and you're like, did I hear that right? Well, most people won't even think to ask the question.
Well, it's the same thing so now that I'm about to come up out of my economic bullshit that I went through, I'm truck shopping, right? Holy shit. Has it gotten it's twice as worse than what it used to be when it was on TV and the paper.
You mean it's worse than when it was bad?
Yeah. It's fucking crazy, dude. It's crazy, okay? Here's this most man move. People will look at this like on Facebook. Okay? It's not all the way that we used to do it. I just went and bought a truck when I sold my company, and that's the last truck I bought, well, except for that other one.
You bought a nice truck, but now you bought the tweener truck. But yeah, the last time you bought a nice truck at a dealership,
I didn't give a fuck what it was going to cost. I got what I wanted. Okay, but when you're shopping, because now I'm like, okay, well, because I can get. Again, I had to go through bankruptcy, so I can get financing. Like, dude, I've already got 8 fucking credit cards. I'm a high fucking roller over here, dude. Got 8 fucking credit, get 2 with $1,000 limit, and all the rest are 700 and below, baby. Fucking big time over here. Whipping out cards are like, what the fuck is this?
Well, you're diversified,
Yeah.
You got all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah, my money clip's so tight with fucking credit cards right now. Can't even get I'd fucking pull my driver's license out with my teeth because I was like, man, I gotta get a fucking wallet. Can't even get my insurance cards out. Yeah, but anyway, like online, like if okay, So people that have been through shit out there that have no hope, okay? They have no hope. Or not no hope, but it's just they're trying to get ahead, okay? Bad credit, whatever, just whatever the situation is, right?
And that's when you have to make your best decisions.
Exactly.
When you got no wiggle room, and you're about to sign up for something that's gonna whip your ass for 48 months or 60 months.
Facebook is
if you fuck it up once, you fucked it up 48 times.
Yeah. Okay. So Facebook is full of these car ads. That's how I found that. Well, number one, I just woke up one morning, and I'm not here to be a religious whatever, but I have been talking to the dude upstairs for a while. Okay, and it's worked. And I woke up and I saw this. I was like, "Fuck! I gotta go get that." There's no way. There's no way. But in between there, they have all these ways of getting vehicles, but it's so fucked up on what people, because they're so desperate to get in. You know what I mean? They're so desperate to get in. And they'll advertise $3,000 for this 2019 with 50-something thousand miles on it. It's like, well, what has this truck been flooded or wrecked?
Yeah,
or?
you know damn well that's not what a truck should go for.
No, but they're like, that's the down payment. And they've got this tricky financing bullshit. And there's a company called Drive Time. Have you seen this?
No.
Dude. Now, if the problem is that with what I've gone through, I can't really prove my income. I haven't made, I'm about to make a shitload of money, but I have no like paycheck stubs. You see, I'm not paying myself. Yeah. I'm not paying myself.
They want that. If you got $100,000 in cash, they'd rather have somebody that makes $50,000 a year.
Yes. So, but what I'm getting at is that this one company, I will take my hat off to him. Once we get big, remember this, dude. Drive Time was so fucking easy, but I couldn't provide a check stub that showed my federal income, state deductions. I just sent them paycheck stubs. And they were like, no, we need to see where the taxes come out and all that because we just need to prove your income. But I'm telling you, it's...
So what, they got used vehicles?
Yeah, they're used.
They're all used?
They're used, but man, the down payment's low. Down payment's low. The interest rate's decent. It's not perfect for people that... And I'm talking, you get an approval within like 30 seconds. You fill out their little form, and you get an approval in like 30 seconds. And they're like, do you want to come pick this up tomorrow? But my part was I just couldn't. I'm not a paycheck guy. I was like, well, I got bank statements and I got this and this, blah, 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 blah. And that's what messed me. And then I was like, man, I can hold this out. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, if you show them a bank statement with $100,000 in cash in it, you can blow that tomorrow. You can go to Vegas or get hookers or buy Coke or whatever.
They want the steady.
They want the steady because if you blow the 100, you still got your job tomorrow.
No one to hold them and no one to fold them.
But if you only have the 100 and or 200 or 300, you don't have a way of getting more. But if you got a job, you'll get some money next week, and then get some of that.
Yeah,
it's kind of always been that way.
My other point about the other point is that they advertised that one for. We got 2025s in here for $10,999. They got fucking one. Just going back to what you just said. They got fucking one. Because I remember my ex-father-in-law went down there and set the nuclear fucking codes on their fucking desk because he wanted that fucking truck that was in the newspaper. for
Yeah.
$12,999. It was a GMC. It was it was gold. But I'm just he went down there and he was like, it was, you know, stick shift, the whole, I mean, just fucking get that thing on the lot type of truck, right? And he went down there, he said, I want this truck. And they were like, we're sold out. He was like, bullshit. You're going to find one somewhere because you've been advertising this all month. And I want that truck now.
Yeah, how long you been sold out of these? You know, you only had one the whole time. You knew you only had one. Or the commercial where there's only 3 left and they're going fast, and well, then why the hell are you advertising
Exactly.
it? If they're going to be gone, why are you wasting money on this advertising? I mean, by the time I get down there, they're going to be gone.
Yeah.
So because they want to get your ass in there. Oh, it's a stick. I didn't know it was a stick. Oh, it's got manual windows and it doesn't have power door locks. Well, come look over here at this $27,000 truck, which now are $57,000.
Dude, trucks are fucking expensive now, man. They are expensive. A half ton. Speaking, I'm a Chevy guy over here. Don't be fucking with me too. I got a Ford Ranger.
Yeah, I remember when you wrecked it too. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. No, so I had a 97 Ford Ranger out there, dude. Don't be fucking with me too hard. I'm fucking Cadillacing, dude.
Sure.
I'm thinking about I'm thinking about getting the dice, the disco ball, tinting the windows, fur carpet on the dash. You know.
See what top 10 hit songs were going in '97, and
put a rosary around the mirror.
Get you a what do you call it? The homemade tape with the blend of your own songs in there. You know, all from '97.
Your playlist.
Top 10 greatest hits of '97.
Yeah.
Some Donna Summer in there, probably.
Some fucking Don Henley, some Boys of Summer or something.
Yeah, that'd probably be about right.
Yeah.
Right in there.
I'll tell you a good one is the Bruce Springsteen, I'm on Fire, dude. That's an oldie. Every time it comes on, I'm like, dude.
I had a roommate that listened to that album back to forth to back and front and back. He wouldn't listen to anything but that album. Nothing but. I mean, it made me insane.
I used to beg for that song to come on a road trip. I'd be like, man, just the one song. I don't need the whole fucking album. Just need the one song. When it came on, I'd be like, boom.
Where you been?
Yeah. Yeah. So, but no, getting back to.
Yeah, right. Read the fine print, you know.
Yeah.
If it's too good to be true, it might just be. You know, the saying, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. Doesn't mean you can't run across a good deal.
But here's
a smoking deal.
But here's the thing, though, Tim. What you got to understand is you got to take me and you out of the equation. There's a lot of people that are truly hurting out there that just need that entry. That's all they need, and they know that.
Yeah, but
they need that. They need that.
Yeah, but don't. But if you understand the deal, then that's fine to make the deal. It doesn't mean it's the greatest deal, but it's the deal you got to make. I'm just saying, don't think you're getting one deal when you're getting another deal.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
But I'm just saying that going through what I've gone through, I've seen the brutal, like I said, I mean, dude, the whole bankruptcy thing, man, they want it to fucking sting. It's meant to fucking sting. Even if you're right or wrong, it doesn't matter if you're right or wrong. They want it to fucking sting. And it stung. It stung like a motherfucker, man.
Not like jail. They don't want you to want to come back.
No.
Stay the hell away from here.
Yeah, this is the last place you want to come back to. You like toilet fucking water? Here you go. You know, it's a... So for the kind of the what's the point I'm trying to make? Is it just, if you're in a desperate situation, which a lot of people are, let's just face that. Me and you always have had our heads screwed on right. When I was younger, I had my moments, but just think it through. Think it through. Don't take the first, because they're waiting on you. They're waiting on you. They're waiting on your desperateness. That's what they're hoping for, that because they know that there's so many people out there that are. And they just got that hook out there just ready to go.
Well, they know you can't afford it, but hey, well, can you get a cosigner? Can you, they act like they're trying to help you get through your problem, and they're just setting you up for disaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, get a cosigner. You make $40 a week. Well, these payments are $200 a month, so all you got to do is just come up with that little extra. It's like, well, what are you going to eat?
Well, and here's the other thing is that the car thing again is that once I got the idea, I was like, God, this is perfect for my son. This is a way to, give him his freedom, not cost me very much money, to where he doesn't have to pedal his ass 15 fucking miles every day to go see his friends.
And you get to use it in the meantime.
Yeah.
You get to use it in the meantime until he grows into it.
Yeah. But I'm just saying that there is a lot of... That's what I was just... When I got on there, I was like, all right, I just need to get a cheap little truck to buy some time to where I can get what I want. And there are so many people on Facebook right now buying used vehicles and just getting it to where the service engine light, just to where it'll pass inspection. Okay?
Yeah.
Because you can't get an inspection without, it can't be no lights, no ABS, no...
Yeah, the code's got to be run through. You can't just reset it. It's got to... So once that thing, drive it 50 miles and the code will reset, then they're selling it because they know it's going to trip it again in the future.
No, well, speaking of that, okay, so I went to go get the inspection done on it because the ABS light was on because he washed all the engine and did all this shit. It just got wet, so the ABS light went off. So I was like, all right, I need to go get this thing inspected, get it tagged, get it my name, blah 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 blah. And dude, it wasn't, I swear to you, 45 minutes after I got it inspected, the check engine light came on. Okay. And I was like, fuck, did I get fucked on this thing? You know what I mean? That was the first thing in my head. No, it's just some stupid ass sensor that...
The O2 sensor's always going out. The O2's never the problem. It's always the fucking sensor's the problem.
Right. That's what it is. It's some combustion air sensor of what's coming out of the fucking muffler. There's nothing. And I called the mechanic, and he was like, dude, he's just like, bring that thing up here whenever it's time to get it inspected again, or you got to get tags. He said, you're fine. Nothing wrong.
That's why I like my 99 diesel van. There is no emissions on it. It's just as long as the lights work and you got tread on your tires, and your turn signals work, that they inspect it. But
it's a 97. Why would they do that?
It's gasoline engine, but also you're out here in a different county, like Dallas and Fort Worth, or Tarrant County, which is Fort Worth, and Dallas County. They got all these stricter emissions and all that shit. But you can't take a vehicle from like Dallas County and go get it inspected out in the country because people would do that.
Well, that's why I called you, because I was like, man, I hadn't bought a fucking used vehicle and shit. A long time. Long time.
But new trucks, there's a lot of people with a lot of money. And until until all these rich people, I'll call them rich people because who the hell's got $80,000 for a truck other than a rich person? As long as there's a line of people buying those, why the hell would the price ever go down?
No.
But as soon as people start going, I ain't paying 80 for a freaking truck. I ain't even paying 70. Then all of a sudden, because they put all these features on it, but I'll just make up a number. It costs them $3,000 to add those features, but they can sell the truck for $10,000 more. So a $60,000 truck that turns into a $63,000 truck just turned into a $70,000 truck. So, but if there's a line of people wanting to write a check or sign up for the deluxe model, why would they build a frickin' puke model for $40,000 that they're no way gonna make the same, ratio percentage? So it's gonna take a while for all the supply chain shit to cycle out. Oh, and then you got car companies with, well, now we're gonna build all electric cars. And, so do they really want to gear up their lines to build gas-powered vehicles when, hell, the government could snap their fingers next year and you got a $2 a gallon carbon tax or something. I mean, it's real weird. You want to buy an $80,000 truck that gas could be $8 a gallon next year? You don't know what the hell these people are going to do.
Especially
it's all over the place.
Especially this fucking knucklehead that we got up there now.
Well, the carbon credit ones, or carbon tax, that's the one that's really going to freak people out. Oh, and it's funny, too, because anytime they used to try to pass any kind of tax like that, it'd be like, oh, that's going to hurt the small guy. That's going to hurt the low-income person. That's going to hurt minorities more. That's going to hurt, everybody that ain't rich more. Well, wait till they wing out that carbon tax, and then they're going to go, yeah, give a shit about, we're doing this. It'll help the poor people by making the environment better, yeah, because they're going to be stuck in their fucking house because they can't afford to go nowhere. Got a nice truck in the yard, can't drive it.
Dude.
Trade it for an electric vehicle. That's your chance. That's what your option will be. They ain't going to give you no option. Like the mafia, they pull a gun on you. They'll give you an option. Talk or I blow your head off. It's your choice. Oh, that's a great option.
Know when to hold them and know when to fold them.
Thanks for being so understanding.
Yeah. How much was that bullet, by the way? It's got my fucking name on it.
Yeah, there's just no energy plan in this country. There's no continuity to it. How can you make a plan when they don't know what the hell they're doing? And even if they know what they're doing, it's not for your benefit, or it's not for the consumer's benefit. It's not for,
We've talked about it before. God. We've talked about it before.
Now, they say it's for your benefit. Oh, just think of how great the air will be someday, in Indonesia or something. It's like, well,
their air is fucking awesome over there.
We just cratered our country to,
Hell, they can fucking make it rain over there. Saudi Arabia's got a whole fucking agricultural. They've
yeah, but they don't got the baggage we got. I mean, it's run by somebody who makes a decision, and you just got to live with it. We've got 100 years of knuckleheads just doing stupid shit.
Well, no, but
you can't bounce back from that.
No.
Not
That's what I'm saying. They are gonna fuck this thing up. But I'm telling you, who's gonna win? It's gonna be. We had this conversation today at my attorney's office. The UAE's gonna win. Kuwait's gonna win. Qatar's gonna win. Saudi Arabia's gonna win. Saudi Arabia's got enough money to fucking just...
Yeah, it's our money. It's all the oil money we paid our whole fucking life.
No, I know, but just hear me out of what I'm saying, though. Everybody that's rich is going to Dubai. They're buying a second... That's where their second home is in Dubai or the United Arab Emirates or Qatar.
But I can't afford to live there, so...
Well, but I know, but here's what I'm... Just hear me out. Okay? They're not moving to Kuwait because Kuwait's infrastructure is just not there yet. But, man, that's where all the money is. That's where all the investment is. That's where all the people that fucking know what's going on. It's easier to get what you need over there than it is here.
Yeah, because they don't got the baggage we got.
No,
as a country.
well, no, and they're A and B. What? Okay. Does this make sense? Does this work? Okay, then we'll invest. Dude, I'm telling you, when I landed in Qatar Airport, I went to Kuwait. I had a deal going on in Kuwait. A big fucking deal. None of that will ever be over. I still talk to those guys. But when I landed in Qatar, walked through their airport, I was like, what? And I've never even heard of Qatar. We flew over on Qatar Airways, and I was like, where the fuck is Qatar? Dude, you land in their fucking airport? It is like going through not even a 5-star hotel, dude. It's like 10. It is nice. And when we were flying in over, I was like, whoa. What was, dude, I'll tell you something that was so fucking cool about going over there is we were chasing the sunset. You could see the curvature of the earth. That's how high we were in the airplane.
Yeah.
We were you could see the curvature in the earth, and you could just see the sun. We were chasing the fucking sun the whole time. Badass. And I was hammered because I knew that I couldn't drink for 7 days when I was over there. So me and Jim, the guy that went over there, or James, dude, we got hammered, and that's what he said. He said, dude, make sure you pay attention when we fly tonight, because he's like, I've been on this flight before. That is the most wicked fucking feeling, is chasing the sun. It's dark on one side, light on the other. Weird. But what I'm getting at is the infrastructure there. That's why the World Cup was there this year.
But most men ain't going to have to worry about frickin', it takes is one of them rogue-ass countries to go ape shit over there, and Iran or Iraq or any of them fuckers, and they're all right over in there, start winging shit around at each other, and, at least somebody's got to come dragging their ass across the ocean to fuck with us over here, unless I'll just march up over the southern border.
Oh, they're doing it.
But
yeah, they're doing it.
But yeah.
No, I know that you don't.
But me and you have argued this a million times. I can go over there and fucking have a blast. I ain't fucking going over there. My dad fought in World War II to fucking make this country worth the shit and keep this country worth the shit. I want to sit right here and watch all these liberal fucking kids vote this stupid shit all in, and I just want to ride off into the sunset and watch them all fucking go, what happened? It was great. Well, it was great when all the baby boomers were saving their fucking ass.
Exactly.
So if they can make this country great, but with their crazy-ass motherfucking stupid ideas, I want to see it. And if it craters right into the fucking ditch and they go, well, theoretically, this should have worked. I mean, I don't know how everybody getting a check and nobody working doesn't fucking work. I want to witness this. I want to witness all these kids. Hey, Biden, he's wanting to raise the debt ceiling with no cutting anything. Do it. Do it. Fucking sure up my Social Security. Give everybody a fucking check so they can spend it on something, so I can siphon some off the fucking top, so you can keep my taxes low. And then fuck yourself on the end. And I can go, oh, you dumb fuckers. Put that in the bank if there will be one left.
Oh, hey, it's happening right now at Twitter. Dude, Elon Musk just fucking drove it up their ass at Twitter.
There's like 1,000 employees left or something.
Yeah, dude, he went in there and chopped 80%. I think think the number's 80%. Don't quote me on that.
And the place still works and runs. So what the hell were all those people
They're
doing?
They're sitting on fucking beanbags. They call them think tanks and all this bullshit. And they have a full-time cafeteria there to where they don't even have to fucking buy their own food.
Oh, he got rid of that, though.
Dude, he fucking went. That's why he brought the kitchen sink in. He was like, let that fucking sink in. You know? Fuck you. Yeah, I think the number's 80. I really do. I hope that I'm right. But it was massive. And they're all like, well,
I'm sick of trying to save this country from itself.
It's
Nobody listens to me. You know, I'm outvoted. I believe in democracy. Vote all this stupid shit in. Print all that fucking money. I want some of it.
And live with it.
Yeah, when it craters, man.
Yeah,
I got my little fuck. I ain't gonna have to make a living by then. You know, I'll sell my assets and, you know, go live in my little lake house out in the woods and. You know?
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that I'm moving over there. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying there's a huge movement of, and again, yeah, this doesn't pertain to most men, but I'm just saying there's a huge swath of people that have got their shit together, that have got money or whatever, or can afford to do it.
Well, they used to come to the U.S. and invest in New York or California, and they're like, why the hell would we go to New York or California?
It's a fucking dump.
Get fucking stabbed, and it smells, get stabbed or pushed on the subway, or it just smells like piss all the time.
Yeah.
Or you got drug needles in the fucking street.
Yeah, you stepping fucking shit like you're,
That's why I don't go to New York or California.
Hell no. Hell no.
They can have that shit.
Yeah, but what is that that's why they're all over Trump on all his overseas shit, is he saw it a long fucking time ago. He was like, man, it ain't happening here anymore. It's certain, Vegas or, there's
pockets.
There's pockets, but man, I tell you what, you motherfuckers that are fucking it all up, yeah.
Only you don't know you're fucking it up.
They don't know. They don't know. Most man moment.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Most voters.
Yes. Open your fucking eyes to what is going on.
Yeah. Quit watching the mainstream media. Oh my God, them fucking people.
It's dead, dude. It's dead.
But there's enough people that just come home from work and throw on MSLSD or, just NBC, nothing but communist, it stands for. Communist Broadcasting System, CBS,
yeah.
ABC, all but communists. They're all just fucking, it's relentless. But, a lot of people only know what they just get in a 10-minute snippet. You turn on some cable news and like MSNBC, literally, you can turn that on and see how long it takes for them to say Trump. I mean, Trump ain't even in office. This is what before he was even running for office. It was always just Trump this, Trump that, Trump this, Trump that. That's the whole damn station is just Trump.
It's blowing up in their face, too. It's just like what they did to Tucker. They just made him a $100 million guy. That's all they did.
Yeah, he won't have to work so much now.
No, well, there's a podcast out there. I think I've told you about it before. Is Patrick Bet David? It's called Valuetainment. The name of his company is he made hundreds of millions of dollars in the insurance business. He's a fucking smart guy, super smart guy. He's an Iranian too, man. He can't hit they
The American dream.
Yes.
It's for other people. It's not for Americans anymore.
Well, but no, this guy's solid, dude. This guy is solid. But what I'm saying, well, his, no, he's Iranian. He's Iranian. But they were like held hostage or in some kind of concentration camp for a while before they got over here. But anyway, this guy made a fuck ton of money in the insurance business. and he's got his own entertainment company. Now it's called Valuetainment. And he's super smart, dude, and he's super conservative, too. He's a smart dude, and he's very wise, okay? He offered him he offered him $100 million over 5 years. Come with him.
Yeah, I didn't know that, but I'm sure he'll make that much in the next 5 years. Whether he goes that or somewhere, somehow, some way.
Well, and that's kind of what we're building here. Okay. Again, coming soon. We got Timmy time. Okay. We're going to build the same type of. That's what this production house is going to be. We're going to bring in other talent and help other talent. And if, hell, once I get my money and all that, if it's worth it, it's got to be a symbiotic relationship. It's got to be worth it. But if the talent's there, then I'll even pay talent and help them out, but give them the production house to do all that, right? But that's what valuetainment is. But it's Patrick David PBD podcast. That's it's like Daily Wire. Do you get in on Daily Wire? That's Ben Shapiro, Candace Owens, Jordan Peterson, Matt Walsh. It's a subscription model.
Yeah, I don't have any of all that going on, but I know Candace Owens is.
Well, you know who all the people, and you're going to get their snippets all over everything. It's you don't have to join to get it, but to get some of their like daily content, you got to pay a subscription. But that subscription is meant to be there. It's not meant to be there to make money. And I mean, you got to cover expenses, right? Just like a news network, you got to cover expenses.
Sure.
But that's what the subscription is for, is to hire talent. That's how they pay their talent. And it's happening all over the internet right now. That's the new kind of, is how can you build a network to where we all feed off each other in a positive way, in an authentic way, not like how can we
milk the deal.
No. This whole thing, that's all that shit's over with. The only thing that sells now is on authenticity. That's it. That is it. Somebody sniffs a fucking rat. That's why everybody's done. Everybody's done with TV. And I mean, now radio still got they've got their market.
Well, you're driving around in a car if you work. If you drive a whole lot.
Here's the thing now is you can just get on YouTube and fucking blast it over your phone.
Yeah, you can.
But here's the thing. I don't want to. I like the old traditional way. I like tuning in to the guys I like. Hal J. Shout out to Hal J.
Yep.
That man just got a heart transplant and he is kicking like a chicken. He's kicking like a chicken, dude. Yeah. And Hal J, Dan Bongino, Rick Roberts kind of
yeah,
he bitches a lot.
He wears me out.
He bitches a lot. Or just fucking Mark Levin.
But see, like in the morning, I listen to some Mark Davis.
I used to listen to Mark Davis.
But you get
until I found out what he did to his wife.
I don't know what he did to his wife. What did he do to his wife?
She got cerebral palsy and got put into a wheelchair, and he fucking left her.
He didn't shove her down the steps or nothing?
I don't know. But I did a job for his wife. I did a job for his wife.
Yeah.
And
well,
but here's the thing. There's two sides of the story. No one to hold him, no one to fold him. I don't know the other side of the story. She could be full of shit. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? All I'm saying is I listen to the guy in the morning on the radio. I mean, but
I like him though.
he'll talk about in the morning what went on the day before in politics or in the House or the Senate or the whatever. But if you're going to listen to a podcast, are you really getting the news that went on
The day before.
right? Yeah, instantly.
Well, whenever we get the studio built, this will be live. Like they will be. That's what I want to do. I want them to be live. I don't want them to be. We're stacking the deck right now just to get content built. Okay. And that's the key. The key is just keep putting it out. But no, that is my goal. But it costs money to do that. Like that's a whole other ball game than what we got going on here. We can do it now. But yeah, there's money involved in that.
But it'd be like a full-time job, and we obviously all got other shit going. Well, I got
but here's the thing. But between me and you, here's the thing: is once we get there, you wouldn't be required. Not even. By the way, Tim is not paid anything for this. Tim is just a good fucking dude, and I love him. But no, I'll have paid employees to where we go live.
Yeah,
right?
but that becomes your full-time job, though.
That's fine.
Exactly. But to try to do that 20, just 8 hours a day or 10 or 12 hours a day, if you ain't set up and ready to do that, it's just going to whip everybody's ass. So you got to get it set up, and everybody needs to know their responsibility.
But that's the goal. That's the goal. That's the goal of where we're headed. Okay, is that I want it to be live. I want it to be live. I want anybody that's listening, anybody that's watching, or anything, they can come in, comment, do whatever they want to do, and it's live. That's the goal.
Yeah, I'll hear a radio show and they'll say, "This radio show's been pre-recorded, so don't call in," even though they're giving like the phone number to call in, and it's kind of a buzz.
Call in to donate 10 cents a spoonful of rice.
Yeah. But no, it's just kind of a buzzkill knowing that it was recorded, even though I wasn't going to call in. And I'm not saying, it does. I don't shut it off because of that. It's just it just kind of, for some reason, it's just kind of like, oh, okay,
Yeah, no, I like live.
Yeah,
I like live. I like live, and that's what I want this to be.
Kind of like going to a baseball game live. You could see a guy hit 5 homers. You could see a no-hitter. You could see a perfect game. You could see the most incredible catch in the world. But if it's recorded, it's almost, if a guy hit 5 homers yesterday, you already heard about it. Then you're going to watch. Who watches? I mean, I guess you could watch a Super Bowl recorded or something, even though you watched the damn thing. But there's just something about it being live. It just lends itself to anything could happen.
Oh, dude, I was watching. I remember the other day I was at where was I? I was at Uncle Julia's. And, dude, they were playing a game between the Green Bay Packers and Minnesota Vikings, like when Moss was the
Brett
Favre was the quarterback for. It was like we were all sitting there at the bar going, what fucking game are we watching? And all of a sudden it's like, Jesus, this is one of the most iconic games. It's remember that fucking bomb that Moss caught?
Which one?
No, but I'm just saying there was a penalty. He fucking, man, dude, it was that game where he's running and he's playing possum with the cornerback and just fucking takes off. And, dude, that guy fucking launches it, dude. Who was their quarterback back then? Was it McNabb?
Well, Favre actually went to Minnesota, but so Favre was the quarterback for Green Bay.
Yeah.
And then Minnesota at that time.
I just can't remember who their
Gannon, maybe.
I don't know, but dude, he fucking launched it, dude. And he made the perfect fucking catch. Like it was one of Moss's most memorable moments. And I was like, fuck, I remember that. It's like, dude, we're watching a game from a long fucking time ago.
See, and something like that's cool. Like, I can watch a NASCAR race from 1978. Like, if I don't know what the hell happened, you know. But if I know who won, and it would suck. Like, I'm going to watch this whole race, and I already know who won. It's got to be, it's, you know,
Vintage.
like it's vintage live.
Yeah.
But if you don't remember it or you didn't see it in the first place, it's
Then
live.
to me means nothing.
It's
Yeah.
live as far as you're concerned.
Yeah. Yeah, no, so well, let's get close to wrap up. I think we've been on here for a while. So I know we drifted, but the point is, I think we got the point kind of across.
Have a plan. Stick with the plan.
Know when to hold them, know when to fold them.
Read the fine print. Make sure you know what you're signing up for. If it's too good to be true, maybe it is.
Well, and know that there's people out there that are preying on your hope. And we're going to get into this on the next podcast because I'm telling you, for the first time in a long time, I've gotten myself into it. Not desperate. I knew I could get through it. But I know what it's like to. In my turn, this is how we're going to end it. Okay.
All right.
And my attorney, dude, I talked to you about this last week. You know what my attorney told me through all this shit?
No, what?
He said, Mark, listen to me, man. He said, I've listened to you talk for a long time. He said, I know you're a great guy. I knew you would always land on your feet. I knew that everything that happened to you and how it was happening to you was brutal. And I don't know how you made it through it. He said, but let me tell you something. He said, welcome back to the bottom, motherfucker.
Welcome back to the bottom.
Because we're all suffering out here. You ain't the only one. You know what I mean? Welcome back to the bottom. This is what the bottom feels like. Okay? So, he said, I know you haven't been here in a long time, but that's what I'm telling you. Welcome back to the bottom. Deuces. Like, subscribe, ring the bell, comment, iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, iHeartMedia. TheMostMen.com is the website. info@themostmen.com is the email. Reach out. Let's build some better men. And all of you out there, we're right here. Reach out. Y'all have a good one.